Hello, good morning. All are welcome for my basic fire safety class. Last so many days I am here and I used to give you the basic fire safety classes. Last class I have discussed you how portable fire extinguisher is selected. Now today we will be going to discuss about fire extinguisher, how it is inspected and operated, because fire extinguisher operation is very important. It is a first aid firefighting, and before going to this class, let us just have a review. Review means what are the things we have learned. Because of fire extinguisher correct size we have to select and operate it. There are we have already know how many type of classification of fires are there, what are the different type of fire extinguishers we are suitable for that particular classes of a fire. For class A fire, that what is a class A fire? Like wood, paper, cloth, etc. For that we require best extinguisher is a water extinguisher. If water extinguisher is not available, second choice we can use for a foam extinguisher. If foam is also not available, you can use for a powder type extinguisher. CO2 is not preferred in this area, because what will happen is when CO2 you are applying, due to high pressure something will flow away and go some other places and fire can spread there. So water extinguisher is best one for class A type of a fire. Class B type of a fire. What is a class B fire? Like petrol, diesel, kerosene, flammable liquid. For such type of a fire, foam extinguisher is the best suitable one. If foam extinguisher is not available, you can use for a CO2. But if CO2 is also not there, you can use for a powder type DCP, dry chemical powder extinguisher. Here we never operate with the water extinguisher. Why? Because this type of liquid, flammable liquids, are already floating on the water, so that fire is not going to extinguish it. That's why you should never use water in case of a foam, in case of a flammable type of a liquid fire. That is class B fire. Class C fire, either a flammable gas or as electrical fire. For this one, CO2 is the best extinguisher. Therefore, particularly electrical fire, CO2 is the best extinguisher. No water, no foam. And next one, DCP we can use for a second choice. DCP means dry chemical powder extinguisher. Then next one is a class D fire. That is a metallic type of a fire extinguisher. Metallic type of a fire extinguisher, we require a special type of a extinguisher, DCP. Special type of a dry chemical powder is there. Then next one is class E is the electrical hazard, that already we have explained. Class F for a class K kitchen. Wet chemical is the best suitable type of extinguisher. No any water, no any foam, and no DCP, no CO2. Wet chemical extinguisher is the best one. So these are the things we have explained on last class, because this is just why it is reminding me. Accordingly, which type of suitable fire extinguisher you have to select it. Then how you are going to inspect means, inspect the fire extinguisher. Portable type of fire extinguisher means it is not very heavy weight. It can carry easily from one place to another place. What are the inspection you have to do means, there are inspection we can divide into three categories. One, just extinguisher before operation. Then that we have to just check it. Then every month, at least in every month, we have to do some inspection. Then at least once in a 6 months or once in a year, some external agency, they should come and inspect it. So before operating any fire extinguisher, what you have to do means, you have to check the pressure of the vessel. So here I will show you. See, this is a DCP type extinguisher. Here the pressure gauge is at green condition. So this green shows that sufficient pressure is there. This first you have to inspect it. Then you have to see the pin, and you have to see the hose also. Here that hose also there. This thing, because there should not be any blow. These are the inspection you have to do in case of any fire extinguisher. But the CO2 extinguisher, we do not have any pressure gauge. Why? Because it is a high pressurized one. Their pressure gauge will not work it. Then how it can, we can check it just to see the weight, whether it is sufficient weight is there or not. Then we can use the CO2 extinguisher. And there, when you see CO2, another important factor is there. When you are holding the hose at the end of the hose, you should never hold it there. Then this type of regular inspection, just before operating, this type of pressure gauge checking you must do it, and whether this is a pin is intact or not, and also that hose, and there is a tag will be there. That tag is also there. When last it has checked, that thing you have to inspect it. Then in case of once in a month, all these things you have to check. In addition, this DCP type extinguisher, you have to tilt it like this way. Why? Means there is a possibility of when you are storing a DCP. DCP means it is a trichemical powder. It can get solidified. In order to avoid that solidification, this tilting is required 4 to 5 times. Regularly, once in a month or once in 2 months, you have to do it. All the other things like a tag, pressure gauge is not there, but weight you can check it, pin, etc. You have to check in a regular way, and mounting, etc. Then in a, once in 6 months or once in a year, the external agency, they have to come and check the inspection, and they have to give a certification also. This extinguisher is sufficient for using for next. So every 6 months or every once in a year, you have to check with the external agency. Then how we have to operate the fire extinguisher means just you have to remember a word, pass. P-A-S-S. P means pull, pull the pin. A means aim the base of the flame. S means squeeze. Next S means sweep. What is the thing? I will just show you here. Here you can see that here the safety pin is there. This first, after the inspection, when if you want to operate, you first hold this one, pull the pin. Then hold this one and aim the base of the flame. Where the flame is there, that base you have to aim it. Then next one is squeeze it. Squeeze means this, press it here. Then sweep means this you have to do it in this way. This is the way you have to operate it. This actually you have to do it practically. Then only you will understand the clear idea about it. So this is the technique. Pass technique. P, pull the pin. A, aim the base of the flame. And yes, for the squeeze. Squeeze means pressing. And next is for the sweep. This is the way you have to do a fire extinguisher operation. But this is not for all type of fire extinguisher, but it has been standardized. Previously, there are some extinguisher with the old type. We have to press, or we have to put it in a back of bot. The front side is the top side in the bottom to break the hose. There is a cartridge is there. Now that thing has been eliminated. Now the simple technique, this pass technique, you can use it. But in case of a home extinguisher, you need not sweep it. There's some hard surface somewhere there that you have to jet the foam there, so that foam get covered. But if you are sweeping, what will happen means again that oil and other thing, water flammable oil, will disturb, and immediately it will not get extinguished. So this also you have to remember it. So this is the way you have to operate the fire extinguisher. So you have to get a practical training for this fire extinguisher operation. This is the first aid fire extinguisher, first aid firefighting. This everybody must get this emergency. In case of emergency condition, we have to do the firefighting. That is a safe distance you have to keep there before operating the of any fire extinguisher. So today, what I have discussed means with the different types of various class of a fire, different type of fire extinguishers we are using. Which extinguisher is the most best suitable one, that also I have pointed out. And also I have discussed what are the inspection you have to do a fire extinguisher. That is before operation and once in a month, and also periodically, that once in a year or once in 6 months, that external agency inspection. These are the inspection point that also I have also mentioned how to operate a fire extinguisher. This is a first aid firefighting. So these are the things I have discussed today. I hope that you understood at least some of the idea, and I request all of you, please share it and subscribe it. I will be coming in the next class with other subject. Okay, for the time being I am going. Okay, wishing you all of you a happy day. Happy means healthy, safe and happy day to all of you. Thank you everybody for watching my video.